Okay, so this next video is going to be all about chest tension. It's not just women that get tension in their chest. Obviously, the bra is quite an important part. If you go to my website, upandabout.co.uk, you'll see a whole article written about bras and how they can cause neck and shoulder and back pain. But it's not just women that get problems up here in tension. Men, especially men who spend a lot of time in the gyms lifting, because very, very often you'll see that they're very pec dominant, so they end up becoming far more round-shouldered. It's much more interesting to do your chest than it is to do your back, so people tend to overfunction on the chest. That leads to this happening, which inevitably leads to the forward posture, low back pain, and the rest of it. So opening up your chest is a really vital part of getting the whole body to work cohesively. So what I'm going to try and do is try and show you a few little bits and pieces of what you can do to try and help yourself to get looser through your chest and therefore be able to breathe more deeply. If you can breathe more deeply, that's actually really good right now, because we're trying to encourage our lungs to work properly so we can fight off this COVID virus. So let's get our chests open, get our pecs moving, and get that breath really working for us. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so this next section is going to be all about the breath. Now, we know that breathing is vitally important, and it's been talked about in meditation and in yoga and in Pilates, Qigong, and all of these really basic control-based sports for years and years and years, and understanding how to get your body to use its lungs properly. Now, there's some research come out recently which is quite fascinating that says that if you learn to belly breathe and you use the lower portion of your lungs, you actually increase your serotonin levels, which is your happy hormones, and you decrease the overuse of the upper portion of your lungs, which really secretes cortisol, which is your stress hormones. So just learning to breathe deeply and using your abdomen can, in and of itself, according to this research, increase your serotonin whilst reducing cortisol, therefore getting rid of some of your stress, whilst increasing some of your happiness as well. So you'll have heard about this possibly if you've ever been a singer or you've been in a choir, about the importance of feeling your abdomen expand instead of feeling your chest expand. Now, if you think about fight or flight response, you go, you're running away and you're all this apical breath, you're very stressed, you're very tense. Whereas if you're, it's all about control and calm. So just think about that as you're doing this. So all you have to do is put your hands on your stomach, just breathe in, and just feel that expand nicely there, and then so breathe in for 4, breathe out for 5, pause for 3 or 4. Breathe in for 4, out for 5, pause for 3 or 4. If you repeat that between 5 and 10 times, gently, calmly, then it can be really beneficial in trying to improve this section of your body. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do now is just show you a little way to work through your pecs. I'm going to use a massage couch for this. You don't obviously have to use one, you can just use a bed at home. It doesn't make any difference what you're using, so long as you can get your arm moving, that's all that matters. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lie my back, this, make myself nice and comfortable, but I'm going to have the arm I'm treating hanging over the side. I'm going to come in with a grip like this. Now I'm going to try and grip like this. I'm not going to try and pinch with the little flat fingers. I'm going to try and get in nice and deep. So I've got my forearm there, you can see it when I'm pinching like that. Yeah. What I'm trying to do is get right in, so I've got very little gap under my finger here. All I'm going to do is come down so I can feel my ribs, trace my ribs, and squeeze just like that, okay? It's the point where I can't quite get my finger through. I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to do a backstroke arm. Come in again, do a backstroke arm, and again. And you can see, as I'm doing this, as I go from the flat of the ribs where I'm here, I'm trying to get more and more and more into this kind of curve position. And around, and around, and around. I'm going up in about ½ inch increments, so not very much. And I'm just doing these backstroke arms. Okay, that should get you going quite nicely. It's the first one to do, and that's going to do the main bulk of your chest muscles. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is going to be the collarbone. This can be quite uncomfortable, but it can also be incredibly effective. What I suggest you do is you put your arm out to the side, and then you just find your collarbone with this finger. You can't miss it. It's the big, long bone that goes from here to here. And all you do is you just come with your fingertip or your thumb tip, and you just push underneath. That can be really quite effective in just trying to get, and you just work from your rib, from the middle to the outside. It can be really effective in just trying to get that shoulder just moving just a little bit better. And you don't have to go crazy, it's just working through it. Okay, you'll know if you find a spot that's painful, just work it for a moment and then move on. Okay, so I'm just going to show you another one with chest and shoulder. If you imagine you've got like a shoulder pad on here, okay, if the middle bit here, middle deltoid, seems to be really responsible for a lot of shoulder problems. Its job is from here upwards, okay, but if it doesn't work, what happens is the anterior bit or posterior bit take over, and it means you either end up going inwards or outwards, and then you're using your shoulder out position. So what I found on myself and other clients is if I just come straight over the middle, I can follow my t-shirt line effectively, come down there, just have a little prod and poke in there, and often if it's sore, you'll know about it, as always, and just have a little poke in there, and that can really get that whole shoulder moving once you've just worked on that. It can be quite miraculous actually, this one sometimes. So just have a little prod and a poke in there, see if you can find it. If you find it, have a go at it. Okay, so that's a short and sharp routine for the shoulder and the chest. Hopefully that'll get you out of jail. If you go back and have a look at some of my other videos, you'll see there's one for the upper back and shoulder, and that has got some exercises in there which are really, really good to work with this as well. You've got the yoga wheel or Dharma wheel, that's fantastic, and you've also got the snow angels where you're lying on your foam roll doing this kind of thing. If you haven't got a foam roll, you can just use a couple of rolled up towels. But have a look at that video, chuck it into this exercise routine, and I'm pretty sure you'll find that you're all away and off you go in no time at all. Anyway, good luck with those, hope it really helps. Okay, so that's today's video over. Hopefully it's been useful for you and you can take away some of those bits and use them in your daily life. Please, please, please subscribe at the bottom of the page. The more subscribers I get, the more quickly I can get this out to the wider world and hopefully more people can get help. Also, please share it on Facebook, use the information, talk to your friends about it. I don't care what you do, just get this information out there, get the nation healthy and help people to get better really quickly. So go on, have fun with this and hopefully